What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Casual Critic YouTube channel. I'm happy to have you here today. We are going to be reviewing the newest album from Harry Styles himself. I've got the Harry Styles shirt on. I hope you can see that. I've been waiting for this. Well, honestly, we haven't been waiting that long, but I've been super excited. I really like the way that he approached this because he only released one song, which I hate when artists release a bunch of singles off the album and then it's only like a 10, 12 song album and I've already listened to half of it by the time that it comes out, you know what I'm saying? But honestly, we haven't been waiting that long. It's just felt like that because I've been so excited. I'm a huge Harry Styles fan. I've got the clothing to prove it. I've got a tattoo on my arm to prove it. I got my hair redone today, so I'm looking sexy and a little sweaty because I just came in from a walk. But let's get into Harry's House, okay? Super excited for this album. I listened to it. I'm recording this on Saturday. It came out yesterday. I know this video goes up on Monday. That was a lot of days of the week. I'm sorry if that was confusing. So it's only been out for like 24-ish hours since I've listened to it, I guess. I have some things to say. We'll get into it. Just keep in mind that I am a die-hard Harry Styles fan. But I am not one of those fans that can't say nothing bad about something if I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? We'll get into it. Don't get me wrong. I like the album, but I do have some things to say. So basically my notes here, I've got a more organized notes pages. I've got pages, multiple pages. I've got these more organized than I do for a movie review. This is also my first ever album review thing. Guess I'm the new needle drop guy. I honestly hate that guy. I don't even want to hear his review on this album. But if it's weird, I don't know exactly how to structure this. I don't know. I've just got notes on every song. I think it's got 13 tracks, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it does, because when I saw it had 13 tracks, I immediately thought of Taylor Swift. And I was like, God damn it, Harry. God damn it, Harry. But that's cool. That's cool. So I've just got it listed by track. So I'm just going to tell you my thoughts on each song. So the very first song on the album, Music for a Sushi Restaurant. And sushi? It's hard for me to say sushi. I have to say it slower. Music for a Sushi Restaurant. I honestly thought, I was a little surprised when I saw the title because he released the track list, I don't know, week and a half or something before it came out. And so of course I saw that. I was a little nervous about this track name. I honestly thought it was just going to be an interlude, on the beginning, with it being the first track. I thought it was going to be just music, vibing music, which I was excited to see what he would do with that. This song is probably my favorite one on the album, and I think a lot of people are agreeing with me there. I've been seeing a lot of TikToks using this song. It is so good. The first second that it started, I knew that this was going to be a bop, but I didn't know it was going to go that hard. It's groovy. The bass is insane. The trumpets are insane. I can't wait to see what he does with this song on tour because he's such I don't know how to describe it. He's such an on-tour kind of artist. He just goes nuts on tour, and I cannot wait to see what he does with this song. It feels like this is our new Kiwi or Watermelon Sugar. That's what I feel like this song is. Then Late Night Talking, he did this at Coachella, and I heard a snippet of it. I didn't listen to the whole thing. I didn't even watch his whole Coachella performance, only because I knew he was doing new songs, and I want to go in as blind as possible when a new album comes out. So I liked the chorus. I'm going to be honest, the chorus is the only thing that's really keeping me there. The music is good. The music on every single song is really good, as far as the instruments and all that. It's really good. I will say, I don't love the writing on this album. I feel like it's just not what he can do and what he has done in the past. So I don't go nuts over this song, but I do really like the chorus. I've been singing the chorus 50 times a day since I heard this at Coachella because it's very catchy. It's just not my favorite song, and I probably won't revisit it a whole lot. Then we have Grape Juice is the third track. The more I listen to Grape Juice, the more I really start to love it as much as some other songs on here. At first, I was like, oh, this is pretty good, but that's as far as I went with that. But the more I listen to it, the more I like it. I wrote these reviews the first time I listened to this album, and I've listened to it 3 or 4 times since then. So I'm evolving my opinions, but it's definitely a different kind of sound. I like where he's going. It's just not my fave, but it's still a really good song. And then the fourth track is As It Was, which is obviously, we all know that probably by now. That was the single that he released before this album came out. I love this song. It's one of my favorite hairstyle songs ever. I'm glad that he put this out first because there is a lack of diversity in the theme of his songs on this album. I'm going to be honest. And that's one of the problems I have with it. This song and Matilda, which we'll get into Matilda in a second, those are the only songs that's not about like whoever he's in love with, which I'm guessing it's Olivia Wilde, which I don't know how I feel about her still. But every other song besides those two are pretty much about the same thing, which I don't love. Yeah, but As It Was is definitely different. I love the music video. I think it's my favorite video that he's done. I think it's hard to choose. Let's get into Daylight. Overall, the music's very good in this album. I did not love the music on this. The whooshy, I don't know how to describe it. The whooshy sound that it makes at the beginning, I don't like it. It sounds too poppy, but obviously I know he's very, very poppy. I get that. But I don't like it. I'm probably not going to listen to this song very much. There is a part later on in the song where it gets harder with the guitar sound, and I love that. And he does that a couple times in this album, which I really like. But Daylight, it's probably going to be a skip for me. I'm sorry. It's just not it. It's just not it. Little Freak. I got very excited when I saw this track name when he released it a little bit before the album came out. I thought it was going to be a rail me to death kind of song, and I was very excited for that. It is not that in the slightest. It is the exact opposite of that. It's still a good song. It's just, damn, that is really not what I wanted to hear, but that's okay. This song kind of reminded me in some ways of like a Phoebe Bridgers song where she kind of has like this, the way I describe Phoebe Bridgers is like a stream of consciousness where she's just saying things and they don't rhyme, but that's good. Like, I love Phoebe Bridgers. I'm a huge fan. And I think he did that kind of technique maybe with this song, but I don't know. The writing was just lacking a little bit for me. It was a little better than some previous tracks on this album before Little Freak. But like I was mentioning earlier, I don't love the writing. I just think he can do better. There are some things, I feel like he just went with the first rhyme that came into his head and went with that. And I love him. And it hurts me to say this. It hurts. It physically hurts. Not that he, like, for a lack of effort, I just think he's making a different album. And I don't like it as much as his previous albums. That's the truth. I don't like this album as a whole as much as his previous albums. But I'll talk about that too a little bit in a second. Matilda, though, was so good. And it really showcased how well he could write. And I wish that the rest of the album was like this. Not like slow, because Matilda's very slow and sad. And I don't want that like through the whole album. But Matilda really showed what he could do. And I don't know why the rest of it isn't like that. Matilda is a masterpiece. It's one of my favorite songs on the whole album. Cinema, I was surprised to see this like track list name. It just like kind of threw me off. I really liked the music in this one. And some of the writing in parts of the song is good, and some of it's really bad. There's one line where he says, "I just think you're cool. Do you think I'm cool too?" Babe, that's not cool. No, I didn't love it, but I liked the music in this one a lot. It's one of my favorites as far as the music goes. Daydreaming, really good. Really, really good. Loved the music. I really liked the lyrics in this one too. It wasn't my favorite one lyrical wise in the album, but it was really good. And his vocals are killing. He sounds great too. He sounds better as far as his voice goes. He sounds better than Fine Line, but the writing is just not there. Keep Driving, I like where he went with this song. It started off like really cute and then it kind of gets darker as the song goes on. I like his approach to that. I like him doing something different. But not my favorite song, but still really good. Satellite, I've been listening to Satellite nonstop. I think my favorite on this album, if I had to pick one, is Music for a Sushi Restaurant. Satellite is definitely a close number 2. The writing is incredible. The music is incredible. One of my favorites. It's one of my favorite Harry songs of all time. Boyfriends, this is another song that really showcases his lyrical ability that's not on the entire album, in my opinion. Boyfriends is insane. It reminds me of like a Neil Young, like Crosby, Still, Nash, and whatever. Sorry, I don't know the specifics of that, but that band, it sounds like one of those songs to me, and I love that. I love the vibe of this song. The writing is incredible. The guitar is great. Probably my third favorite song on the album, but it's really up there. It's hard to put it at number 3. Sorry for that car driving by. And then Love of My Life, this was from the music that he used whenever he like announced his new album. So I was really excited to see that specific music in that. It's not my favorite, but the writing is better than some of the other songs. And I like it a lot. Not one of my favorites, but I like it a lot. Overall, I would give it a 4 out of 5. I was going to give it lower than that, to be honest. If I was going to get really particular, I was going to give it a 3.7. Okay, because I'm really getting into this. But I gave it a 4 out of 5 because some of the songs on this album are some of my favorite songs he's ever done, ever. As far as the album as a whole, I think it really lacks diversity in theme. It's just literally about Olivia Wilde, and that's all it's about. And that's great, and I'm happy he's in love. I just think Fine Line was so much better as an album as a whole. Fine Line has such a diversity in songs. It's got a little bit of everything. And the writing on Fine Line in every single song does not miss. Overall, I don't want to compare his older stuff all the time. It's just like I know what he can do with Fine Line, and I don't think he did that with Harry's House. However, I'm still going to be listening to this album on repeat. I love Harry. It's not a bad album. I just don't think it's up to what he can do. Sorry, my camera stops recording at like 12 minutes and 3 seconds precisely. So if you've listened to Harry's House, please let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. In the description box, you'll find my Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Please be sure to follow me on all those social media platforms. And please be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. It would help me out a lot, and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.